What is the worst thing you've ever witnessed? One time I went to a grocery store in the morning for some breakfast items and found a guy unconscious in the back of the store's building outside. It was a hot day and he was in the sun. Many people passed him but no one stopped. I thought to myself, it's 87 degrees out, so it's a hot Florida day, and he's passed out in the sun with no shade. I walk over to him to offer him water. He didn't respond. He was dead. I didn't understand that he was dead, so I continued to try and wake him up until eventually I called an ambulance and they tried to bring him back to life, but he overdosed and was dead for 30 minutes already by the time I went to help the dude. Truly traumatic. Went to a party with my girlfriend at the time about 5 years ago at a friend's house. His cat just had a litter of kittens and he was offering them for free to anyone who came in and wanted them. The party wasn't for the kittens, just so happened they were born like 2 weeks before the party. One of the guys who came asked if he could keep one of the kittens. Guy with the kittens agreed. A few hours later, when everyone was drinking and having a good time, the guy with the kitten and 2 other guys went outside with it and said, "Hey, watch this, guys." They ran down the stairs. One of them got in a car and started to drive around the apartment complex to come back. As he rounded the last corner to come back, he floored it, and as he did this, his friend holding the kitten threw it underneath the car, killing it instantly. They all came back up the stairs laughing hysterically. My girlfriend, after seeing that happen, immediately broke down crying, alongside several other people, and after she composed herself we left immediately. When my mentally ill girlfriend, now ex, unalived our dog. I didn't see the act itself, I just heard him whimpering and then I saw him bleeding from his nose. Took him to the vet, he had broken ribs and a collapsed lung, and we were basically broke, so we couldn't pay for the treatment. Putting him to sleep was unfortunately our only option. When I asked her what happened, she said, "Well, he peed on our bed, so that's what he gets." As a teenager I volunteered at an event called Muddy Buddy. If you don't know what it is, think low-grade Spartan/Tough Mudder before it became popular. I was serving water at an A-frame cargo net obstacle when a man fell from the top and landed like a log with a major thud. People continued to climb down and walk around him while he had a blank stare and odd, repetitive breathing. Shortly thereafter, a few people in the race started applying CPR while waiting for the ambulance. It took over 20 minutes for the ambulance. They loaded him up and hauled him away, but he was already very blue in the face. I believe he had a heart attack, and the last I heard he had essentially died laying there in the mud. Many years ago, I was driving home for Christmas and I got stuck on a major highway behind a horrific accident. Eventually they opened up a single lane, and as cars came to pass through the accident scene they had lined up 5 to 6 deceased people on the shoulder of the highway in the snow. An entire family was wiped out and visible to all who were still moving. Even now, decades later, it still makes me sick to my stomach just thinking about it.